game. To be fair, it just adds to the strategy. If you know that you only have one particular striker that you can ban away, and then only one striker that you have to pick, otherwise your opponents might pick it and you won't get that chance again. You know, it's part of the draft phase that we love in so many other games. But look, we love Omega Strikers. That's why we're here. That's why we're enjoying ourselves. And KLB versus Bearnardo, they're heading into a best-of-3 series. Same as last time. Same as it's going to continue going out. Luna oh gosh, it completely bypassed my mind now. It's like Luna and... You know what? It's completely blanked. We got a Luna ban. Vice, that's right, Vice. A Luna ban, pretty important, I would say, given that both Atsuro and Venom both enjoy Luna, so a really smart ban for the opponents of KLB. Zentaro, Aimi, and Rasmus throwing themselves in goal. On the other side, of course, we were expecting Drakkar and Kai. Juliet has been showing up big through a number of matches. So many KOs attributed to this particular character just tonight.
All right. Well, best of 3 once again, and knowing how the previous series went, folks, get yourself strapped in. We might be here for a long while. Of course, Demon Diet is already familiar to everybody. You get those targets. There we go. The barrier drop down once, twice. The goal's open, and you are able to score on your opposition. Of course, with a little bit of extra additions here and there. I love just how much variety there is in Mega Strikers levels and maps. And you're ring around the rosy, and there you have it. Barriers open. Already an open net for Bearnardo.
It was a battle of the siphoning wands, and Lamacraft came out definitively. Already their goal barrier down, and the goal gate's now open. Atsuro moving in, they at least get a punch onto that. Make that a second punch. Atsuro right in the faces. Kekle away with that Rasmus. It was a far shot from Fozey, of course. That's the advantage of Kai. You can shoot from so far back in your own third. Kekle up to the north side now. Lamacraft, Atsuro. Oh, what a little nice whip onto Atsuro. They keep on trying to pass down. They keep on trying to recycle. Atsuro's still not able to find a way through. Balu clears.
Oh, Balu setting up tight because Lamacraft and the rest of KLB, and there you have it, a goal far left side, and it's amazing. That was a core flip. You could see how fast this was going. Balu just catching it on point, and actually, sorry, Kekle, I see, is being shown as the scorer, but out of nowhere, and of course with a net wide open, KLB just found himself a lovely opportunity, long range.
Don't worry, folks, I hear you. Don't worry. I was indeed watching the Twitch stream and not the actual stream that I should be watching. Now I'm in time with everyone. Now I'm back to the commentary that you all should hopefully enjoy from here on out. And certainly it's gameplay that I'm enjoying from the side of Blue. Already that goal barrier down. Once again, Fozey caught out so many times here. To be fair, that's a great KO, and it means that that's a double KO. Never mind, that's a massive power play. Balu, Llama, Balu. Oh, what a huge save from Fozey! Llama sneaks it in at the top post.
Oh, 1 versus 2. Fozey, let's say, never had any chance. A miracle was needed. But the fact that he scooped it away out of the net, I want to see 10% speed replay after that original save that he made, because that was half dead it was in, and yet here we are, still a goal and another KO. Heavy kill games earlier today, and KLB are bringing hurt to the table.
Oh, is it time to throw an esports phrase in there? Between Aimi and Zentaro, you've got such a high KO ability within this squad. That said, they have to make sure that their awakenings are on point as well. There's another one to add to the bucket. Fozey through to Kekle. Balu, it's a duel with Atsuro, and Atsuro once again getting in the face, but not able to find much joy. Lamacraft dropping the turret, not able to find that drop onto the goal barrier. Finally, another KO. It's almost as if like we should be expecting it at this point. Yeah, sure, you've got the Venomyami ult, but it's not that much good. In fact, Fozey hits it against the goal gate and up against the goal barrier. Balu looking to go in now. Lamacraft, Kekle, Balu fires it through. Fozey just about saves it away. Atsuro, Kekle again to Balu. My goodness me, the red team are living fabled lives.
And Fozey just had to constantly guess where, what, who, why. So many opportunity for shots. Long range, and the goal is open on the side of KLB. And I think they might get a reprieve, and they get it. There you have it, a power shot. Atsuro pushes on through and makes it work, but KLB were all over the red side of the pitch, and there's only a miracle that nothing has gone the way of KLB, making it would be a 3-0. Nope, we're back to a 1-goal differential.
Massive point on the board for Bearnardo, their first of the entire series, of course, still here in set one, a long way to go. Lots of damage being done, lots of stagger lost here for Balu and Atsuro, but that is going to be the goal gate open. And it seems like finally the tide's turning in favor of the red team. Atsuro forced back to Fozey. Lamacraft finds the block. Balu, Atsuro with absolutely no stagger whatsoever. Lucky not to get KO'd there by the Rasmus whip. It's Venomyami trying to find Fozey to find Venomyami again. Venomyami very low as well. Really looking out for those power orbs to try and find any semblance of health that they can. Goes elusive, trying to get in the face of Lamacraft. But look how massive those stagger bars still look for the side of Blue Jam.
It's perfect. They are in the perfect position to just continue on playing, but I'm pretty sure there's something to be said for Bearnardo. They have a goal open, and if they can figure themselves out a passing play, Venomyami is trying to set up Atsuro, but there's two players in the way. Atsuro, long range, okay, that's one, but that's just not enough just yet. I feel like the strategy for KLB is going to be just wait, back home, look for those long range shots that will take the barrier down, and then just start pushing. Great shot. That's a KO temporarily, 2 versus 3.
Yeah, huge AO from the app. Venomyami is not going to get to the core quick enough. Nice work here from Llama, but that core still skirting around what they actually need to hit. Oh, Kekle's got to get out there. Balu misses out with the dash. Atsuro spawns back in time. It's another whip. It finds its way to the gold gate, would you believe it? Oh, what a great core flip from Fozey. Denies it once again. Out they go with the core flip in response, and yet they can't find any joy. It's Juliet off the map, and still they can't find that second hit jab. Insane from Fozey.
Positioning from Fozey is on point. The reactions are on point. Finally, it breaks down, but I feel like Fozey has already done so much, and the credit goes all to the goalie of Bearnardo. Now, it's all open for KLB. They score. They take this first one. For the side of Bearnardo, well, they can only hope to tie it up and keep on working from there. Poor Venomyami constantly is on nothing, working with nothing on his health bar. Lovely little pass. Lamacraft to Balu. There you have it. 3-1 in favor of KLB.
Balu was looking to sneak in the back door so many times there, but ultimately it was the IME turret able to carry it towards the perfect striking position. And that's going to be first set to our blue side, to KLB, who are going to be looking towards perhaps the energy-based operations here, and empowered special then for Rasmus. We've got missile propulsion, of course, going to be so useful for that Kai on defense. Enhanced dash going towards the Juliet, looking to start up a spark train with Zentaro, and Drekara, I imagine, will probably be looking towards the quick strike or the spark of agility. Goes for the spark of agility. I think a smart play, especially if you can cap over on the next set of awakenings.
You got that right, and lovely build. Let's see how they can continue working with it. For now, though, the pressure immediately goes the way of KLB, and Bearnardo already open, already vulnerable. Balu will be first to the core, but couldn't find himself a good position to find a strike off of Venomyami. Always in the position. He tries to be aggressive. He tries to be in everybody's face, but where is he? He's dead. He's off the map, and we're going to be waiting a long time till we see.
Yeah, no KO trains to speak of, but certainly the number of KOs far better suiting the team of KLB. Lamacraft's going to go, it was a little bit too aggressive there, loses out to Atsuro, and Venomyami almost finds that first hit for his own side, and yet they still aren't able to get it onto the goal barrier. Atsuro, Venomyami, Kekle now very much doing a bit of a Fozey here. You think Jam is going to hit the drum, and then it simply does not.
It does not. Sometimes with that delay, you feel like you see it hitting. I think nope, is just a well-timed and well-positioned shot. Atsuro, and they're down. There's Kai on the side of Bearnardo is down. Oh, they're utilizing the power shots really well, but even that core flip does not reach the target. Just a little bit off. Balu tries to duel Venomyami in front of the goal. But you can see Lamacraft and Balu just trying to stagger their opposition and just be a menace in front of the net, trying to stun their goalies. Right now, it's gonna be enough. Shot, not enough from Fozey. He tried. He really tried.
It's a swing and a miss, and what's worse is, of course, that cooldown is now fresh and hot off the press going into our next game. First point to KLB in this second set. Balu, Venomyami, and Atsuro's already got an early hit onto the goal barrier. excellent. Forced to pop the elusivity, however, just to find themselves not KO'd, and pops a couple of elusivities there for Balu and Lamacraft as well, and that's pretty good at least to keep themselves occupied, but Balu finds another KO. Now that is a KO train indeed, a 4 KO streak indeed. Fozey forced to try and navigate their way around the aforementioned Balu. Difficult times here as now Venomyami's dagger is broken.
12 seconds. Atsuro on their Juliet is back on track, but Fozey and the rest of Bearnardo had to dance around their drum just to find anything. All the while, Balu was using all of his movement, dashes, and blinks just to get it going. Barrier down, net open. Fozey immediately gets battered around, and Lamacraft shot Fozey in place, but he already used his range. Needs Venomyami's help, and Bearnardo are almost forced to play a double goalie position. Otherwise, it's just too dangerous.
I know Fozey isn't playing Atlas, but it really does feel like he's carrying the entire team and indeed the world on his back as it stands. So far upfield, Atsuro not getting any sort of joy, but he does at least disrupt enough to find a second hit onto the Galactic Barrier. My goodness, it all sounds very otherworldly, but quite frankly, these teams are otherworldly. Alien, in fact, I would say I wouldn't even land a single shot, but guess who does? Rasmus Kekle from the back line.
He was just waiting for it. It looked like a core flip, and yet it wasn't. Am I reading the graphics wrong? In any case, it's a 2-0 KLB. Long-range shots. Their setup is perfect for that.
And so already a reverse sweep required in this set to even get their first major series point on the board. And look at that, another barrier hit. The blue team, they find the KOs easy. They are not finding the hits on the barriers easy. In fact, Kekle finding a hit against his own barrier. Another power play enacted, though. There goes the goal gate open. Surely going in, though. Atsuro back in time. Lamacraft again looking for that back post. Stagger super low in their face. There's a KO. Atsuro can't do much. And that is set. A second one to KLB.
You could see that Balu has worked the front line, or by this point it's the back line of Bearnardo. They have their backs to their net. There's nobody home. Such a striker advantage is you have nothing that you could do about it, and just the press of KLB was too much for Bearnardo to deal with. We're heading in what potentially could be the final set of this first game series match of best of 3, and I feel like KLB are on point, on the horse, and they show no signs of stopping.
So Drakar's going to pick up that spark boost, not a surprise. Also not a surprise to see Juliet going in for one of the new awakenings rotated in. Increased stagger via reverberation. Now, if there's anything that this team was lacking in the first couple of sets, boy, oh boy, it was stagger. KOs left, right, and center against them, but even still, the focus on Atsuro. Remember, we've got a prime time user there with Balu, and immediately Atsuro in a difficult position. Just one hit to the side, and surely they're out of bounds.
So they're staying pretty safe. You could see center of the map and everything. Even that does not help them. 12 seconds until respawn Lamacraft. Balu and Lama always looking for passing plays, and just right now, I'm pretty sure Lama opts for a direct shot. Balu tries to redirect anything. Lamacraft removes. Oh, actually, Lamacraft is out. Sorry, Lamacraft gets the 8th. Lamacraft almost gets the goal, and the pressure still continues. Venomyami needs to be incredibly careful because Atsuro is so vulnerable every single time they're in net.
Look at the evisceration of Drakar's health bar. Bye-bye, baby. Goodbye, baby blue. Heading into overtime, I've got to say, fair play to Bearnardo. They have held on as best as they could, but this really does feel like a GG's. Let's go again next time. They at least find a double hit onto the barrier, but there's also a KO to boot against them. Venomyami, lovely save with the shotgun. Kekle to Balu, elusive, wins the duel, and it's 1-0, continuing the freight train.
Balu constantly playing that screen in front of Venomyami or whoever he finds in the net, and Bearnardo. It's almost impossible for them to do a continuous defense. Again, powerful setup from all the way back from their own side. KLB just have so much power in front of Bearnardo's net. It's almost Bearnardo's strategy is score as fast as possible, score as quickly as possible. Do not allow KLB to set up and keep on whittling their opposition down.
I realize it's Pride Month and we can talk a lot about buy panic, but this is just pure panic, it seems, for Bearnardo, hitting their own barrier via Fozey, who has been immaculate most of the series. Venomyami to Kekle. Venomyami able to find his way into the final third, but there's still only 2 players available. It seems like they have a player continually benched. That's not good enough. You need to try and find KOs of their own. It seems impossible, Jam.
That's the thing. Look at the level difference. Already Kekle is Omega, while Lamacraft Balu level 9. Fozey level 9, but his teammates are 6. And it's no surprise that it's Omega that's getting us this strike. Balu has been basically made the opposition's penalty area his own home. He is unstoppable.
Am I watching an Infinity War? Because I'm pretty sure I've seen the ending to this. It seems inevitable. Fozey forced all the way back in, and that's already a touch onto the goal, or so I thought it was. Indeed it is, but how about this? A little bit of a response here, getting up in the face. Venomyami is a lovely bat away from Balu. Atsuro hounding Kekle, but whilst they've been hounding Kekle, unfortunately his teammates have lost the barrier of their own. Venomyami, there's the turret down. Balu, great win on the duel. Looking at the back door, Balu again, denied by Venomyami. Fozey forced into the secondary. Balu stunned, going for the fast shot, not able to find it. Lamacraft looking for it. Balu harrying the keeper once again. Venomyami misses, forced to go back. Fozey loses out once again to Zentaro. Is it Zoro? Slash it, sign it with a Z. That's a sweep in our first set, series, round, whatever you want to call it. Dominant.
Yes, I think there's one word. Whatever we're calling this, this is a clear cut win. KLB, you could see the moment they got the core past 2 of the players, only Fozey was versus them. That was it. That was it. It was a done deal. Goodness gracious. Equal amount of damage on everybody on the side of KLB. This is a kill-oriented build.
And just, I mean, again, I'm not going to, like, put my thinking glasses on and sort of tot up all the numbers, but roughly speaking, that is double the damage to the entire red team across the board. Bearnardo were walked off the park, thrown off the park, I guess to some people. Depends on how you want to view it, because it was at such a leisurely pace that this team, KLB, were able to find KOs and the hits. They were able to win the duels. And if I'm thinking in Bearnardo's shoes right now, surely that Zentaro has got to be put in the cabinet.
Yeah. Definitely, that's another option for a band that they really need to execute, and that's why this is best of 3. You take your lessons, you bring them into the next series of sets, and there you have it. Alrighty, hey! Athens City. Let's see how this is gonna go around, because every single map calls for a different set of strikers, but also only one ban, and so many openings. So I believe 17 strikers in total, and you have to cover so many opportunities.
Hey Fozey, guess what? We got a present coming away. It's called a Kai ban. Oh, and they go for the Imi ban. Okay. Well, you know, honestly, not too bad at all, because of course, whereas we look at the Zentaro influence and it's getting up in your face, Imi able to support that Zentaro really well through the turrets, just through the natural ranged nature, her jump ability as well. A really strong pick, I think, in terms of ban. And for the first time tonight, if I'm not mistaken, we see ourselves a Rune, a really highly technical sort of character that you gotta master, especially. Oh god.
Well, just Rune, highly technical, and then Dubu, everybody's favorite, cute. Dubu. I don't know. I'm assuming he's technically a hamster, but at the same time, it's so hard to say. All right.
Okay.
We're getting some interesting abilities right here.
Yeah, early awakenings, right? So of course, Dubu's going for creation buffs. That's not a surprise, but my goodness. So we've got a Vice on the field as well. 2 Vices on the field, I should say. Keep in mind, by the way, if you're just joining, Bearnardo is still in the red and KLB is still in the blue. And yes, your eyes do not deceive you. The red team has broken the barrier, and they're looking better for it as well. Of course, we still got that Juliet on the field, and Atsuro, certainly in the early game, is going to be hoping for a couple more KOs. Down goes the Vice secondary. Balu, they finally break the gold barrier themselves. Venomyami, of course, was previously on the Drakar. There's the core flip. There's a KO, and it's on Atsuro once again. There's the Supernova. Dubu. Oh, Zentaro, what a great response from the ultimate.
Beautiful. Again, Balu will be hunting for those hits. Again, chasing Venomyami just now. But Fozey on Dubu is not going to be an easy target. Not anymore. Plenty of utility, plenty of defensive abilities. Need to be careful. Did he mean that? I'm not sure if he did.
I think the idea was sound. What he didn't expect was Dubu's rolling pin in the way, but somehow it still managed to creep in over the line. So unfortunate for Bearnardo, but it only confirms that KLB continue their dominating, their domineering streak, trailblazing in our first ever Twin Drive Thursday here on twitch.tv/Vodible. Yes, I'm going to plug him again. Yes, he's awesome. Kekley, there's a supernova. Oh, unfortunate, hits his own goal barrier. Balu trying to go through everybody and their mother. Atsuro finds an eye through the storm, crashes the goal barrier themselves. And how about that for a read?
Oh, and look at that. The damage is actually coming in from the side of Bearnardo. Kekley needs to be careful, and Atsuro just pushes. Juliet has the pushing potential just to bring it on through. A lovely use of the abilities, and it is a tie game.
Another minute up on the clock, one apiece. Going significantly better so far, shall we say, for Bearnardo. A long way to go yet as the Rune creations causing a lot of mayhem. Lamacraft, his Venomyami looking to take the north path and manages to crash the barrier once again. I keep on wanting to say galactic barrier. I've got space on my mind, but space is something that these players cannot afford themselves. A lot of really close-knit, close quarter battling. And nobody quite excels like that in those quarters than Julia Atsuro with a second.
And you can see the Venomyami's positioning finally paying dividends, taking the goalie out of the play, just getting enough distraction and enough staggering blocks, stunts to just remove the ability of Kekley to make to work defensively. And with one barrier, it seems like Bearnardo are having much more success. Case in point, that's a third one. How about a dub?
The pop off, and it's just a completely different style of play with Drakkar so often. I think you mentioned it previously, Jam. It was almost like they had to play double goalie with Drakkar continually tracking back, whereas here we've seen that Vice has just really been able to flip the rotation around. It's a high press now. As we've got Orb Dancer. Now, of course, that's worth mentioning that there were a couple of pickups of the orbs, and so of course all of these start to stack, and if we do see the orb sharing awakening on the field, then all of a sudden we're starting to boogie, folks. A super surge for the Zentaro. Vice picking up that Deadeye. Of course, that's going to be KLB's Vice. The opposition Vice going for the longer range projectiles. Strength or distance, Jam? What do you prefer?
Distance. I've been playing a whole bunch of Luna, and distance all the way to me.
My goodness, Atsuro has been singled out and they are being bullied. They are so fortunate to still be on the field, picking up a power orb, and goodness have mercy on their souls. Are they going to be happy for that? Barrier down, by the way, as well, continuing to do good work. Venomyami, great. Oh, what a fantastic KO into the goal.
Sorry, it's 100 to 0. That's how quickly he fell into the net, and wow, abilities just flying from the side of Bearnardo, and they know exactly where to place every single hit. And also, I've said in the previous set that it's break the score faster, break the net faster, and that's exactly what Bearnardo are currently doing. And again, with just one barrier, it seemed to work for them so well.
I want to say that this is the first game in this entire round that we've actually seen. Oh dear, Rune has banished it away. I was thinking that was going to go horribly wrong. It doesn't. But yeah, this is the first time that we've actually seen that red barrier go down first. Doesn't matter because the blue barrier went down just as quickly, and one must be wondering whether the switch away from Rasmus onto the Vice is another KO comes through. Atsuru's just storming. Atsuru's just flexing, Jam. Where did this come from?
Juliet finally finds herself a map, finally finds herself just a lot of openings. This map is much more open than every single other one, so movement is king, and bye-bye birdie. Maybe this advantage will be finally working for KLB, because they need right now every single advantage they can get. But if Atsuro, together with Fozey on that Dubu, can just keep on pushing, then it feels like KLB, even with a player advantage, do not have enough strength. Barrier broken, net open. What do they have? A passing play? Anything? There's just too many defenders in front. I say that. Ooh, so close.
Oh, but they do get a KO now as well. A bit of relief. The Rune attempting to sow discord. Plenty of banishments, but none that have affected the play so far. Talking of far, it's far post, and the Vice from goal gets the goal.
Oh, Kekley a nominal goalie for the side of KLB gets themselves a goal, and by this point KLB need anything, absolutely anything. Balu immediately with aggression chunks Atsuro, then loses the same amount of health bar himself, chunks Atsuro again. So there's going to be a little bit of a defensive play. Atsuro doesn't want to play too far out, and I'm pretty sure the moment they get themselves the orbs, Balu and Atsuro once again are going to go for each other's faces.
Yeah, look at this rune continually going over Atsuro. That stagger is broken. Balu going high. Lovely slam from Fozey. Venomyami, the supernova hits that barrier. Slam, but right down the other end. Both goal gates open. Lamacraft, Fozey looking low. Misses with the creation. There's the rune creation in response. It's a huge siege here. Core flip, Venomyami. Oh, it seems so pedestrian in comparison to two.
You see the core flip being set up, and it is just a light attack and just slides on in, but really the core managed to stay in that corner for such a long time, and really Balu, rest of the KLB did not even have to spend that much in terms of abilities. They could keep their heavy strikes, the light strikes, and barriers broken yet again. Balu just pushing on through. He one goal in mind. Need to be careful right here because of that Atsuro up front does not break the barrier, and so I'm almost surprised Bearnardo previously so apt, especially at Atsuro, just breaking everything down on the line. Any chance? Still the same corner.
Balu, what a clutch up. This seemed like such an important point for Bearnardo to put on the board to go 2-0 up within the set, but the clutch up from both KLB and Balu sees them over the line. A full reverse sweep. Here we go then, 1-1.
Wowie. Alrighty, a couple of pickups here and there. A big fish and respectively prime time for the two.
When's that again, by the way? Is that Tuesdays? Is that Tuesdays prime time? Yeah. Right here on twitch.tv/Vodible, by the way.
Folks, yes. And of course, in 2 Thursdays' time, it's going to be time for Twin Drive Thursday again. Let's get back to the game. We're, of course, going to plug this later on once again. Thank you very much for everybody who's here watching, playing as well, and enjoying the action. You are absolutely awesome. Barrier broken. Player broken. Anything else going to be broken?
I mean, that was a triple banishment, I want to say, from Lamacraft. Oh! My god, that read is unreal. Lamacraft was like, oh, I heard Reliq didn't mention my name in that last set. Have this.
You got it. You got it, buddy. Alrighty. Well, that's a strong start for the side of KLB after Bearnardo right here on this map managed to basically bring the whole series back. They looked a completely different team. And yet, tides are turning back.
I gotta say, they're looking for some really pretty passes here, Bearnardo, and I definitely commend them for that. But there's another banishment on the puck. Of course, it's going to hit the barrier. Supernova, and it's the full team goal. You love to see it.
1, 2, 3. You got it, and everybody was there. And again, that hold, I do believe Rune's hold on the core is exactly what set that one up. It's just slowing the play down. Close, but no cigar.
How close you want to get? Supernova to no effect. Venomyami, it just seems like that early aggression has started to waver just a little. Yes, they've got the goal barrier down, but you still feel like KLB just hold the mental strength at the moment to turn this around. I mean, I say turn this around. They're 2-0 up in this set. They're now a player up in this set. A core flip potentially has to go south because of the rune creation. Supernova, Atsuro with the read. Fozey, lovely KO from Atsuro at last. And Venomyami, that is a very fortuitous. Oh, what a shot from Atsuro. A much needed point.
But you just pick some and bam. Does the quickest of the maths and know exactly where KLB is not going to be or not going to get it. Far right corner, beautifully placed. Atsuro's offensive capabilities once again on display. Reduces the goal differential just 1. I think immediately going to be pressing again Venomyami in the face of the opposition. KLB just trying to be removed. Venomyami is collecting goalie's orbs as well, but danger on the other side of the field. We're looking on the left, but it's Balu and Lamacraft breaking down the goal. And then the goal. No, Fozey stops this one. Does he have another one? Everybody's in the corner. I'm just worried. I was thinking the other corner is going to be open, but yet they push. Reliq, they just push. They do not care. There's a huge hamster in the way. They do not care.
The communication between Llama and Balu is outstanding. The calls to know, okay, pass down. I'm not going straight for that barrier. Get into position. Outstanding. Well deserving of their now 2-1 lead in this particular round of matches. And quite frankly, you wouldn't bet against them to go on and take this series overall. That's what they're on the precipice of doing. We've got stacks for the Zentaro, quick strike on the Dubu, empowerment onto the special of Rune. We've got fire up for the Juliet there. I think that's a really smart play overall, just to try and find some more energy to generate some more core flips to attempt to try and counter disrupt here. But look, disruption is what Rune is a master at, and so many times, even if they're not getting directly involved in the play jam, they are getting involved in their own way, and it's horrible to deal with.
Yeah, the Fozey duo picking up a little bit of a cooldown on the strikes as well to be as efficient in the goalie department as possible. Ooh, that his log goes past the core, and so could be dangerous for just a moment. Of course, picking up.
Good lord.
Don't forget about Bearnardo and their abilities and their affiliations. Fozey robbed in broad daylight. He has no chance. His pocket picked.
I think it's a bona fide mugging at the moment, Jam. It's really every single bit of momentum that seems to go Bearnardo's way is thrown right back in their face. Just look at Venomyami trying to get up in their faces once again. And what's the only thing to show? I mean, yeah, exactly. It's his face just getting pummeled in. Massive core flip from Atsuro. That's exactly what Fire Up was brought on board to do. Lovely ult response. The slam. Balu going forward with the dash. Balu using Dubu's own ultimate against them to try and find something. Oh, just couldn't get it. Unbelievable scenes. Dubu with a goal out of nothing.
Lamacraft was trying to clear it, but the log from Dubu, oh dear oh me. By this point, Bearnardo are going to take anything. Right now, they're trying to keep KLB from a sweep, from a 2-0 sweep in the whole series. And yep, even a goal like that is going to be just enough. Oh, Fozey body slams his opposition out of existence. Goodbye.
Yo, that hamster's been eating chocolate bars for good reason, folks. Kekle and Lara off them on the back foot. It's Atsuro again, blowing hot, blowing cold, but what a time to heat up.
Comeback question mark, courtesy of Vodible, of course, who is still here with us and providing a boost with information as well as being the producer for the day. Without him, this wouldn't be a thing. So once again, twitch.tv/Vodible. Tuesdays and Thursdays, your Omega Strikers action. In the lead are Bearnardo, and Atsuro once again proves that there's not that many players who are deadlier than him in front of the net.
Both goal gates wide open. Atsuro in front of net, forced to break out the elusivity, but that elusivity was his own downfall. Atsuro with the mind games. We're heading to game number 5, or round number 5, I guess. Still very confusing, Jam.
Yes, set 5. And
set 5.
At some point, if we use every single word to describe game, match, series, set, in this case, we're going to land on the right one, but
there it is. There it is.
All the orbs. We've collected all the Infinity Stones. We have it. Oh dear. This is going to be mad. This final set is going to be mad.
It's set 5. It's another minute on the clock. It's a huge minute for Bearnardo, who've looked so out of it for large periods and yet find themselves still in with a chance of tying up the series, forcing a third round. It's an early KO. Those Dubu soup bowls are overlapping each other. Such was the difficulty of trying to lay them in the first place. What a read from Venomyami. Lamacraft not afforded any space, banishing away the vice. Atsuro respawns in. Oh, a fortuitous hit onto the barrier, I should say. But look at this room creation in response. Fantastic plays. What a series this has been.
Well, Lamacraft, his positioning high level, but all of his abilities are on point. Balu tries to push it, almost does it versus Fozey from behind the back. Fozey scoops the rune up and out it goes. Out, by the way, goes Juliet, and see ya later. In front of the net, Soups in order. Corner covered, but now Fozey uses the log, uses everything. He's out. He's out. This needs to be it. But Venomyami's, his dashes. Atsuro's, his dashes. This run-link shot still not working out. Keo, Venomyami's one versus everybody. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. They score from this. They score from this. No.
Oh
no.
my goodness. So many protect the president moments. It's not Jova, it's only just begun. 1-0 Bearnardo in this final set, but it's possibly not going to be the final set in the series. Not if this form continues.
No, sirree. My goodness. They've already had some wonderful opportunities for them. Par shot, Lamacraft to Kekle. And that is unstoppable. So much power. We don't have kilometers per hour like in one other game that we're working on, but I'm pretty sure that hit 150 kph for sure.
Yo, take me back to February. Get the mix out. We're flipping pancakes. We're flipping cores. 1-1. Oh, a fantastic bit of defense once again. Oh, and look at the supernova. Removing Zentaro off the map. Kekle, Llama goes high. Fozey, it's another lovely bit of protection, but from Llama, there's quite simply the power's too much. But look at that, a response on the supernova side, but the barrier's still down. Atsuro with 2 against 1 uses that power up punch. Balu, oh, it glances off the barrier. Unfortunate. Kekle looks high. The core flip falls down from Fozey. Venomyami's back. Atsuro goes north. Venomyami's going to cover this now as well. Zentaro's in. Lovely ultimate read once again from Dubu.
It clears everything, but now on the line, needs to be careful. Kekle once again just takes it off and back into the attack. It goes out. No more Zentaro. Venomyami, what can he do? Just a simple shot, just a light and ranged. Bam, you got it. Match point.
After all of that, so simple a shot. But as the old adage goes, it doesn't matter how they go in. Quite frankly, as long as they do. And Bearnardo, oh, it's a triple banishment there from the rune, and they find themselves a KO, but Balu pays for it, half the stagger down, Venomyami all on their own. It's a slam from Fozey, another fantastic read from Lamacraft.
Beautiful.
They find a hit onto the barrier, in they go, Venomyami, they find a response of their own, Venomyami, Atsuru's back in the game, Fozey, got options, misses them, oh, what a great read though on the creation, the rolling pin from the kitchen tabletop, Fozey now, saves the core flip and gets it away. Unbelievable. Oh, couldn't get it in time.
But no Fozey on the field. That's where Venomyami are forced to be as careful as possible. Just waiting for their Dubu to return. Kekle loads up his attack. Fozey spawns on the other side. Venomyami does not immediately have the protection, and that's where Fozey was just a moment ago.
It's 2-2. We go down to the final point. How's your steel? How's your nerves? Huge moment here for both of these teams. KLB, they can smell potentially the lower finals. Oh, what's that? A bit of a twist in the tail? Well, more on that later. Now we talk Omega Strikers. Plenty of secondaries and ultimates used in that melee. It comes out in favor of the blue team. Oh, great slam from Fozey once again, but still they find a way through. The ultimate works against them. Balu, oh, it's huge. Almost off the line by Fozey. Lamacraft, a supernova. Atsuro with the read on Balu.
Alrighty, back into attack it goes. So HP advantage, I would say KLB, although momentarily Balu just dashes on forward, trying to collect as many orbs as possible. Now in the attack, everybody look at that rollout. Fozey has to stop. Does he have everything? Atsuro does not catch it. Possession back to Balu. No, back to Atsuro. That's how quickly the possession moves around there. Do they have the control in the corner? Lamacraft pushes on the forward. Fozey is going to be looking for Atsuro up front. Venomyami, corner, plays it slow. Almost dug their own grave.
My God, they were playing with fire there. The core flip, Atsuro! It's going to a third game! Outstanding response from Bearnardo.
No words, only shouts, only, oh my God. Bearnardo, are you kidding me? No, of course we are going to the best of 3 third series. Third game, call it whatever you like. You wanted a bit more sets? We're going to get a bit more sets. What was it? 99 saves from Fozey. 9. Almost breaking triple digits. I think we've already seen triple digits break earlier today, but this number still baffles me.
Chat, let me hear you. Dubu! What a performance. I mean, listen, we hyped up Fozey's Kai. I think general agreement across the entire Pundrity circle that the Kai was what kept them in game 1, or game one as much as they could. Dubu won them the second game in this series. This is why we're going to game number 3. A whole load more matches on your way. And it's all down to him. But we do have to give shout out to Venom as well, switching it up onto the Vice. And in a battle of the Vices, he's the one who got a grip of it. Welcome back, everyone. Arton City is the location. And Reliq and Jam are our names. A brief break in an outstanding series, and it's just the lower semi-finals. We're looking at KLB going up against Bearnardo. Kai off the table, Imi off the table. It's pretty much what we were expecting, Jam. Bearnardo have just come fresh off a huge win to tie up the series. They don't want to change a thing.
And you've risen up the question, who is going to this break benefit more? And I feel like it's going to reduce the heat of Bearnardo, so it might be a little bit harder for them to regain. But look at that, a bit of a change here and there. Dubu is still there. Bearnardo bringing it back, but Drekar comes in for Lamacraft. That could be perhaps a change, that small change that they needed.
Yeah, interesting, given that I thought that the rune wasn't particularly bad. I mean, I thought it was the Vice that was the biggest issue. Yeah, anyway, listen, we are not the professional Omega Striker players. They most certainly are. And we're going to see just how wrong Reliq can be in the next, well, I guess 20 to 30 minutes or so, and an early KO to get things started. Certainly delightful if you are a Bearnardo fan. Immediate pressure. Atsuro with some great pop-off moments. They've broken the barrier already. Here's Fozey moving up the supernova. Atsu stunned. It's forced the call back. Kekle moving up the field. So far up the field. Balu with a free hit onto the opposition barrier. Looking for the ultimate there. Fozey manages to spread it out. Not so great. Atsu sneaks it in though. Kekle, not for the first time today, just unable to reach.
Just so close to the post. Could have been out at any moment, but Atsuro's positioning and shot placement is on point. That player just lives and breathes trying to find themselves an opening up front, and it works pretty well. There goes Yumi, and there goes Balu, almost opening up the net. Lamacraft is needed on the corner. So now the other way around. Can Balu and Lamacraft up together combine for something? Fozey needs to move pretty fast, goes all the way back to KLB's net.
And of course, the idea that you're going to have with Lamacraft here is exactly what we've seen just there. Up in your face, ranged threat on top of all of that. The KO ability has certainly gone up in comparison to the rune pick, and that's a bit of a fumble from Atsuro, 1-1.
That was a lovely pass, but savable. Venomyami, Atsuro right in the way. Atsuro's power is in the offense, in the defense. Sometimes a fumble happens, so Atai and Kekle immediately tries to push, and this is seemingly where the power of Vice is strongest. Gets an extra hit, then you return back to the net, allowing your team to still attack us too, while your back is completely protected. Atsuro is already pretty much down. I'm pretty sure Balu is going to be hunting them. No, actually ignores, looks more for just open themselves up for a pass, and there you have it. Pass. It's a bit of a weak opportunity, but they're not working out just well on the way on the side of Atsuro. Kekle is being demolished. Needs a couple of orbs just to restore health and remove stagger.
Very aggressive stance, and Llama almost finds the barrier hit. Not on this occasion, however. Here's Balu. Atsuro with the bubble punch with the double punch. To be fair, it feels a bit like a bubble punch because it's certainly popping off. Balu, great damage on Venomyami. The supernova, nice elusivity there from Zentaro. Kekle, haven't really talked too much about them recently, but here they are getting involved. There's elusivity from Venomyami on the Vice. Atsuro, that's a great bit of covering play from Lamacraft. Balu still not able to find the hit on the barrier. Great body slam from Fozey.
When Fozey just sends it up towards the log and power shots it. A lot of pressure on Kekle, and there's just no staying power for KLB right now up front. And I think for the second time in a row, this could be Bearnardo's. The map benefits them. Their team comp benefits them greatly. Balu removes Vice out of the play. So just for a moment, one versus, there's a net. Another pass perhaps. Nope, that's a 2v2 and a little bit of advantage in just a moment for Bearnardo, barely getting it out.
If you can't handle the soup, then don't get in the kitchen. I was going to say that of Balu knocked out of bounds, but Lamacraft picks up the torch themselves and says, don't worry, boss. I got this. 2-1 KLB.
Wow, you could see that was felt like Bearnardo had the defensive positioning just down pat, and yet you knock the goalie out, and bam, there's no chance. Lamacraft Or on point. Atsuro, though, you could see every single time that Juliet moves on forward, those multiple strikes are so deadly. Bam!
Nice.
Blocks the goalie. Keckley unable to do anything against the block. Net opens on the other side of the field. It's open season, both teams.
I hope Balu doesn't go extinct, but they're certainly a sneaky squirrel, an infestation. But how about that for a pass? A wham bam, thank you very much, ma'am. Vice with the 2-2 equalizer.
Venomyami was just a reflector standing waiting for a pass for Atsuro. It's a 1-2. See you later. Let's add another minute on the clock. Let's look for the third goal. And we need to separate these teams somehow, Reliq. And it's impossible. Right now, it's impossible. So much comeback potential for Bearnardo. And again, I feel like they have just almost the perfect opportunity. But Balu to the corner, Lamacraft back. Atsuro stays back as well. Knows that Keckley is going to have that core and just does not push. Out goes Atsuro. Venomyami is close enough to dying as well. And Keckley is forced to retreat. And he passes. Venomyami is going to be dead in just a second. I'm pretty sure that Balu collects the orb. Fozey collects the core and out it goes. This could be dangerous. Venomyami.
Oh, wow!
There you have it.
What a zinger from Venomyami.
Range once again.
And it's the patience to stop, bait out the final player, and go for that angle shot. I honestly, with air hockey, the closest that you can really get to a Mega Striker in terms of a real game, sometimes having those snooker or pool skills really pays off. And now we go into our first set of Awakenings after a thrilling first set. We've got the Orb Dancer for Dubu. That extra speed really going to help. Big stacks for Drakkar, bit of a buff up for Juliet, but taking away the Orb Replicator there, Zentaro, could be crucial later on into the series.
Oh yeah, it did not help them last time. After we went to the final set number 5, where everybody was loaded up on absolutely everything, and we've unlocked all the Orb abilities. But perhaps early up in the game could be something. Venomyami, goodbye. Out Venomyami goes. Atsuro is going to be sitting up close, but Balu immediately eats up the damage just straight on up. And Fozey is now playing as an offensive Dubu, just trying to push the board. There's the barrier down. Lamacraft just tries to set it up and just bob and weave in between all of the players on the side of Bearnardo, but they're not biting. They are not down.
Oh!
That's a no goal. Oh no, that's no goal. Atsuro.
Oh, my bones, they're hurting. Atsuro, he's been so good for so many different moments in this series, and yet that's a freebie. That's a gift. Remember, did fumble in that first set of matches as well. Is the pressure starting to get to the Juliet main? Lamacraft trying to push through so much damage, not just on Venomyami. Look at poor Fozey, stunned back against the wall. Lamacraft, a bit of pressure relieved here as Zentaro is removing the play. It's a nice bit of tiki-taka. Is this Dutch football? Is this Barcelona? Ole!
It's Barcelona. We are in EU after all. Otherwise it would be Mexico. I suppose a shot straight on target. Balu finds Fozey, but goodness, for a little while, Keckley and Lamacraft in Balu's absence were just pushing Bearnardo 2 versus 3, not caring. Of course, with all of those blinks that Keckley has and the movement around the map, there's just goalie is always going to be there. The difficulty then is just to find a just to be able to hit the core, that's for sure, to the net. And look at how quickly Keckley, Balu need to be careful, but bam, Keckley's already back home.
Yeah, Venom was trying their best to try and almost like display some sort of latent psychic power with these guitar string reeds. The core strike goes all the way around the map, and they find a hit onto the barrier. All of a sudden this opens up completely. The core strike, the repeat core strike. Atsuro, Venomyami, Keckley, the KO from Balu, Fozey, his Llama. Fozey waiting for the hit, and it goes through from Zentaro and Llama 2-0.
This was unstoppable by some point, but then again, I felt like all the core flips have been already used. No, there still was power. Felt like for 5 straight seconds, the core was going at max speed, and I think indeed it was 2-0, and this could be going the way of KLB. And they found a turnaround. They managed to find a turnaround. It's a lot of close quarters play. They're usually on top of Fozey and the rest of the defenders of Bearnardo. Barrier down. That's an opening. That's on target. And I need to try again. You can see that Balu just keeps on testing out the defense of Bearnardo, tries to pull out their abilities. All the while, Balu just makes quick work of Atsuro against Stagger, almost on full, and Fozey still refuses. I cursed him. He cannot stop this one. There's just too much to work with.
Yeah, that Drakkar's making a big difference. A 3-0 sweep in game number 2 of this set, ties things up 1-1. A reminder, if you're just here, peek the top right-hand corner. It's 1-1 in the series as well. You could not get much closer than this. In fact, this was one of the biggest scoreline differentials that we've seen all series long. I mean, of course, it is the biggest scoreline differential you can get, but the point still stands. Seemingly more comfortable than usual for KLB. Fozey responding here with that timeless creator, but Drakkar picking up the egoist. More opportunities to core flip. That spells danger, danger, Will Robinson.
Oh, and would it be, I think, KLB get himself a extra charge on primary and harder hits on primary. I think we might be expecting, obviously helps in the defense tremendously, more opportunity to just rebuke the shot, as well as just more offensive. KLB being able to hit just a little bit harder. Atsuro, all eyes on him in the previous series, and right now they're just trying to set up a chain of passes. Fozey to Atsuro to Venomyami. Log blocks any opportunity, just like Rune with his portals. Fozey is able to just zone the core out, and that sets up Bearnardo in a good way. Need to be careful. That was a backpass that almost broke barrier down.
Yeah, that was a very early load of pressure from KLB. I think very much testing the waters, Bearnardo, but it hasn't really made much difference. That goal barrier goes down. The gates are open. Balu, lovely response. Oh, once again, it's Atsuro in the middle of the melee.
Oh, no.
It heads towards his own net. Another 1-0 lead, KLB.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Fozey, you think he done absolutely everything. Covered the angle with the soups. Everything was great, and nobody from the side of KLB could have done anything. So yeah, instead it was the mole, Lamacraft. Off Balu, they're trying to pass amongst each other, and it is pretty much working out. Barrier is down, so Fozey again working with nothing behind his back. I think Atsuro's pressure up front is no longer a situation. Right now he's trying to work on Balu, but it feels like Atsuro's just offensive is no longer opening up as many opportunities as needed, and that was just a punt and then a punt some more.
Just feeling a little bit desperate now from Bearnardo. Everything going their way. They're using ultimates a little bit haphazardly. Balu has gotten inside their head. The mark of the assassin is most certainly, you could smell it in the air. They have got themselves barrier down, but can they convert that into a much needed goal just to stop this torrent of pressure from the blue team?
Alrighty, everybody's in place. All the blinks from KLB just make me think as if he's not there. Misread, and I'm not sure if Fozey could have even had an opportunity. Not enough mobility, decides to hold on to his log. And it's a 2-0, and KLB are trying to take this third set in their favor.
Doubted himself. Had he kept on going southward, the save would have been made. Oh, it's looking real dicey. Real dicey here. Can you hear the roll? Because I fear they're natural ones. That said, a 20 on the other side of this particular play means both goal gates open, but all three players are looking so desperately for KOs. The big yawn coming out from KLB. Gotta watch out, because your stagger's low, mate.
There goes down on the other side.
Oh,
Kami is out. Fozey is trying as might. Atsuro plays up front. It's not enough. It's just not enough. Player advantage. Again, the moment that core goes past Atsuro, and that's shots after shots, Lama and Balu, they overload Fozey. Fozey just does not have enough hits to really work.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, folks, count them. 7 goals unanswered for KLB. Bearnardo showed fantastic determination in the second round to be able to pull back this series to 1 apiece, but you gotta feel that that we've seen their second win, Jam. Do they have a third one? Reverberate. We saw used to great effect on Atsuro in that second series. Will he be able to use it to great effect again? Or will we see the likes of the Catalyst there, highlighted by a wonderful producer, Vodible? More core flips for Drakkar, and it really has been the big lizard man with a gun that's made the difference here in this series.
That lizard man is about to set up yet another shot at Atsuro, though Venomyami already up front. Bearnardo are going full offense. That's their strategy. Now, Atsuro and Venomyami so deep in the opposition's half that, and you can see that Fozey is playing
there
mid.
You go.
There you go. 3-player goal. Bearnardo woke up and chose violence.
If there's one thing which I've learned in this game, it's if you start to sit passive, you are only inviting pressure. We call them 50-50s in another game involving scoring goals. We call them ping pong or duels here in Omega Striker, and you've got a 50-50 chance nonetheless. Eventually, your luck's going to run out.
Yes, and your cooldowns might run out as well. Balu is getting harassed by Atsuro. But together, KLB continues on being that elusive goalie that is both in the net and elsewhere. And tries to set up as much as possible. Staggers pretty high. Balu tries to find something versus Atsuro, but that long range. Perhaps jump maybe needed elsewhere. Lamacraft can be very careful. Flip straight to Lamacraft, and Fozey just uses it for nothing. Lamacraft waits. His patience game in the point.
Fantastic teleport. The Supernova bats everyone away. Lovely read on that ultimate once again, and they get the KO to boot. What a flying shot there from KLB. Atsuro attempts to go in, but Lamacraft is there to save it once again. Core flip, massive save, Fozey.
And look at the KLB up front. Balu is already in the back, and what a pass to Atsuro. This is a snipe to really ruin all the snipes. 1, 2. How about a set point? How about... I think this is happening. I think this is happening again.
Do not touch, chat. Hot surface detected. Sizzling gameplay from Bearnardo, but they've already lost the barrier so early on in game number 3 of this 4th set. Balu to Lamacraft. It's another fantastic team goal. The stun crucial 2-1.
You could see Lamacraft throwing the stun. Fozey gets caught by it at the last moment, exactly where Fozey was about to sweep it out of his own net. Again, utilizing all of the abilities, and goodness, this was almost like a scholar's mate. This is not the first time that Bearnardo came really close to conceding quickly. Danger is there, again, down a player, and as it's out, Lamacraft to Balu. There's always going to be a pass. Oh, and this is now behind the balls of soup. Long range shot. There's a barrier on the other side. Shot. Venomyami is just trying to keep the ball. On the other side, and blam! It's set number 4 in favor of Bearnardo. What do we have? We have one more set to go. This is for all the marbles.
It's for all the marbles. Are going all the way. What a well-timed supernova. That is not often that you see that in ranked, folks. I can tell you that from experience. Crying in the high silver / low gold club, I most certainly am. But I am not crying here today. Hey, look, Twin Drive picked up. That's the name of this tournament. And it's going to be the Vice of Bearnardo. Oh, built different for the Drakkar. Fire up on that Juliet. Used to great effect once again in Series 2. Dubu with the reduced cooldowns. Remember, that's backing up the speed boost as well. So those orbs starting to come into effect. There's going to be no orb sharing though, Jam, because as you rightly mentioned, this is it. No more awakenings to pick up. It's go hard or go home.
And I think immediately we're seeing everybody is going as hard as possible. Balu unlocks the goal of Bearnardo. Lamacraft just positions himself slowly. Everybody's just trying to push, and that's one off. Balu's already low, has to go for the orb to restore himself. Atsuro already in a position. 1, 2, 3. Atsuro is not needed just yet, but he's trying to just remove KLB, trying to throw anything. Nice. That's another barrier down. We're playing with open nets, ladies and gentlemen. Atsuro, that's just your 1-2 combo that Juliet is so famous for.
What a play from Fozey. The read sees that Vice teleporting in. Don't matter. Listen, when you're baking cookies, you gotta roll out the dough. And more dough might be going the way of Bearnardo if they can complete what is an improbable reverse sweep in the series. It's been a helter-skelter ride. It's been a helter-scary ride, that's for sure, but it'll be no horror show if they can manage to find a win from here.
And just as you mentioned, being in the money in this case means that any team that has made it to the top 3 is guaranteed $30 going their way, 75 for a second place finisher, and 105 for your winner. So the incentive is there, and I know that some of these players have said that we just want the tournaments. Just give us the tournaments, we're going to be there.
And hopefully more tournaments to come in the future. Wink, wink, nod, nod, watch out for more. But please do continue to watch this wonderful, wonderful load of tournaments over at twitch.tv/Vodible. Again, if you're not following, why not? Are you not entertained? It's another KO. It's another goal. Bearnardo on the precipice.
They're about to do it. Right there. They are about to do it. And I thought the comeback has been stopped. I thought KLB turned it back around in their favor. No, not to be. That's a miss. Maybe they were already hunting for Bearnardo players, but that shot was not right. Our KLB on tilt. Well, this last minute might show it. And Atsuro's already up and in the faces. He's already in his favorite offensive position. Fozey keeps the core in, and Atsuro, I feel it's Bearnardo. I feel like momentum's with him. I feel everything's with him right now, Reliq.
Surely it's not going to end like this. Surely it's not going to be a sweep in our final game of this fabulous lower semi-final. It's another power play. It's another moment where we see 2 versus 3. Core flip, supernova. Back it goes the other way. Fozey, Atsuro. The Vice comes in. Venomyami not able to make much of it. But there they are once again. 3-0. GG's. Bearnardo with the reverse sweep. They're heading to our lower finals.
You could see this was just the Bearnardo show. They made the blue side of the field their own. There was nobody there. They were the owners. And with that KO, it was only a matter of time. And there you have it. Hugest GG's. Bearnardo, you did what? After the first game, after the first match, Reliq, I don't think was on anybody's mind. KLB won that first series game, match, again, all the terminology so impressively that we were thinking 2-0. But no, this was such a tremendous comeback.
What name started to slip out of the discussion though? The name was Balu. That Zentaro got well and truly shackled from the predator to the prey. Atsuro and Venom, between the two of them, turned the tables hugely. And okay, we could talk about that Drakar early influence, but that started to wane too without that aggressive tip of the spear, without that Zentaro all of a sudden looking a little more dicey, and almost callbacks to the first round of matches where we saw Drakar on Bearnardo in a similar position, pushed back, second goalkeeper. And when you're on the back foot, you never want to be in that particular position, Jam, in Omega Strikers. It never ends well.
Nope, and we see just that. Fall for 2 times in a row. We just saw that for the side of Bearnardo. This combination, this team build, as well as Athens City as the map, is the winning combination. Can they get the same versus their next oppositions? I don't know. We're about to see. Amy and Joyce and Bearnardo are going to be your next series on the screen. This is the losers final. Somebody's going home. Somebody's going to meet Zenit in the grand finals. I'm Jarv Jam. He has been Reliq. You folks have been absolutely amazing. Once again, big thanks to Vodible, and we'll see you some other time. But for now, the Twin Drive Thursday is continuing right here on twitch.tv/Vodible.